The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality. This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, everyone, to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria, and always with me are my two other great hosts of the show. We have Trey.
Hello.
And Steven.
Hello. Pulling double duty this week.
You are, and if you haven't heard or listened to the most recent Holocron Histories episode, Steven guest starred with me on this week's episode when we went over the canonical history of Nar Shaddaa, which is a moon/planet that he never heard about.
The nerve.
Trey has a rebuttal. Oh, here's a remark.
No, I'm just glad that you took the hint from his Star Wars mug last week.
Well, so there was that, and I had Austin, or known as Teacup. He wasn't feeling well this week, so he was like, you know what? I know Steven wants to join. There you go.
Tell him to get sick anytime. Yeah, I'll read it. I'll listen along.
There you go. So obviously this week we are continuing our current season where we are going over the numerous jobs of the Final Fantasy series. And before we get started, I wanted to do this at the beginning because if no one's heard or isn't into Final Fantasy 14, the most recent and last fan fest of the year just happened over this past weekend, and they announced so many good news for the upcoming Dawn Trail expansion. They finally confirmed the second DPS class that we are getting. The first one was Being Viper, which you are a dual-wielding sword expertise fighter, and the swords, which in the new trailer that we got this weekend, the swords can combine into basically like a Darth Maul saber sword, and it's awesome.
Oh, I'm glad I re-downloaded it last week.
And the second DPS class we are getting, which is the Mage class, is Pictomancer. And I called it. I know I said that we were going to get Pictomancer, and we got Pictomancer.
If you've ever wanted to be Smeagol, now you can.
Yes, if you want to be Smeagol from Pokemon and just paint pictures to deal damage, there you go. Which Pictomancer is a legitimate job in the series. And they actually surprised us with a third job, which is going to be the second ever limited job. So the first limited job that we have is Blue Mage, where you can only... Limited jobs are jobs that you can only use in solo. Well, you can be in group, but you can't do dungeons or raids or PvP or basically anything that's not solo content. They announced Beastmaster being a new limited job that we are getting, which is really cool. And they also showed off, a new 5.5 minute trailer that shows off the expansion, and God, I'm super excited.
Yeah, you got your 14 talk in early on this one.
I did get
Right
my
up
14 top in real early for this, but enough of 14 for now, because we will talk about it later. We are getting into the job this week, which is last week we had the white mage, this week we have the black mage. So a little bit about the Black Mage. It is also called the Black Wizard or Black Witch, and sometimes abbreviated to BLK or BLM. Is a job in the Final Fantasy series and featured in several installments. It serves as a role as RPG genre's magic damage dealing class, utilizing the unique black magic command in combat. Is among the first jobs introduced in the series. And then several entries in the series have featured an upgraded version of the Black Mage known as the Magus. In addition, some titles have featured similar magic dealing type jobs, just as the Thundermage, which is essentially the start class in 14 that eventually upgrades to Black Mage, and the Ravager, which comes into the effect from Final Fantasy 13. The Black Mage also became one of the most recognized symbols in the Final Fantasy series, similar to the name Cid, Chocobos, and Moogles.
Yeah.
I mean, which is true.
The Vivi looking staple,
Yep.
Black.
They literally use VV for literally everything that deals with Black Mage at this point.
It was the original Black Mage from the
Final Fantasy 1.
Well, that's true. But that style look.
Right, yeah. Vivi was modeled after that.
Mm-hmm. And now everybody uses VV because, I mean, go and play Kingdom Hearts 2. VV's literally in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Or go play.
Listen, I know I'm not supposed to cuss as much, but listen, you son of a bitch! I swear to God, if you tell people on a Final Fantasy podcast, if you want to know why Vivi is so cool, go play Kingdom Hearts. I'm going to drive to wherever you are.
I never said that. I said he's also in. He's in Kingdom Hearts 2. I never said that's where you should. That's the game you should play to know him.
Steve,
never
I
said
hope
that.
I hope you were as offended as I was at that.
I am, because he's in the worst part of Kingdom Hearts 2 as well.
He is. He is absolutely in the worst part.
And I mean, I honestly, we're going to get to him later, but I do think that story arc might be the most impactful for me and for a lot of fans in the series. It's just,
I wasn't.
The Black Mage is perfect.
I wasn't here for the favorite characters episode, but if I was, it definitely would have been Vivi right at the top.
Fair enough. All right, let's get on with this because there's a lot. So, Black Mages wear outfits similar to the classic wizards, consisting of blue robes, pointy hats, usually yellow or brown. Their faces are not visible in the shade of their hats, except for their eyes that shine brightly. Which Vivi is essentially like you don't see.
Do they shine bright like a diamond?
I mean, they can, or they shine yellow and look stare into your soul.
That was worth it for Steve's chuck on the background.
Their magic is the main focus, and in this, Black Mages are one of the most simplest but most effective jobs. Black Mages usually equip magical rods and staves, but also sometimes daggers. Their armor is limited to lightweight vest and mage robes. Black Mages, as with the most mages, have high magical stats but low HP and defense. And then Black Mages primarily... Their primary ability is to cast black magic, which usually consists of attack spells and primary elements, fire, blizzard, and thunder. In addition, they have access to large library stats to element spells, such as poison, blind, and sleep. The Black Mage's strongest spell is Flare, and in most titles, a powerful spell that deals non-elemental damage to enemies. And then
it still bothers me that Flare is non-elemental. Like, it's in the name.
I know, it's literally in the name. It should be fire, but whatever. And then in earlier installments,
I was going to say no because we've got a lot to go with. But think about it. At the end of the episode, I'm going to ask you, what would you call the big non-elemental spell, if not flare. So if you guys had to rename it, because I know we don't like the name flare, but at the end of the episode, we're going to try and rename flare.
I have one already. Ready.
Okay, well, you got a lot to
Well, you'll have to. We'll get to that to the end. So in earlier installments, Black Mage served as the job's sole command, with later entries providing additional commands such as focus and bluff to increase the caster's damage proficiency. Titles such as Final Fantasy IX and Final Fantasy 14 also provide several new abilities that would become recurring for the job. Supportive moves such as Monofront and Mono Well, while the former introduced the concept of stronger spells that serve as the final evolution of the basic elemental attacks, such as Burst, serving as the strongest form of thunder magic. And then now we dive into the appearances of the job, which, I mean, from what we can gather just from reading all over that and going over all that info, it's basically on almost every single game. So, buckle up. Yeah. So, obviously, we have the first Final Fantasy, one of the 6 basic job classes. Black Mage has the lowest HP of any class, but the most powerful magic. The upgrade to Black Wizards, which has the greater magical abilities. Once upgraded Black Wizards, they can cast all black magic spells. And then we have Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. The Black Mage is an advanced job unlocked within the Mage job tree. It is also allows the user to utilize black magic spells and use the power of elements to damage their foes, with the most powerful spell in the arsenal being Flare and Meteor. We have Final Fantasy II. Black mages appear in Mystidia as non-playable characters, as well as the magic shops. The shopkeepers are dressed in blue, while the non-playable ones are in orange. Which is very interesting that they did that.
It is interesting. So the shopkeepers are the black mages. Okay.
And then Final Fantasy III, the Black Mage is a job class obtained from the Wind Crystal and has the most powerful magical stats. An upgraded variant, the Magus, is later available from the Earth Crystal, which surpasses the Black Mage in terms of spell casting abilities. Final Fantasy IV, we have Palom is a Black Mage from Mystidia, joining the party as a guest party member in most versions. Palom also additional commands, unlike previous iterations of the Black Mage, have access to Bluff and Twin Cast abilities. Unlike fellow Black Mage users like Radia and Tala, Palom learns his black magic at a faster rate, having access to stronger spells at lower levels. Black mages also appear as NPCs in various cities, being common citizens in the Mystidia. Now, I mean, it makes sense Palom learns spells at a quicker rate gameplay mechanic-wise, because he's a guest party member. He's not a permanent. So it makes sense that he learns stuff faster to give you a helping hand.
Right.
Yeah. What you're saying is this was the clue for Aerith in 7.
Clue for what? No, she doesn't gain like double time, does she?
Well, she gets her limits quicker than you can get like all 4 of her limits in the first disc, and the other ones don't come quite as fast. Is really the only thing that happens different for Aerith. But in terms of like Palom learns his magic at a faster rate, Aerith learns her limits at a faster rate.
Right. I mean, yeah, you can put it towards that too. Yeah. So we have now Final Fantasy V. The Black Mage is one of the first job classes received from the Wind Crystal. It focuses on using black magics, dealing raw damage with instant casting magic attacks. Now we jump to Final Fantasy VIII. Black Mage makes a cameo in the Triple Triad tutorial, where a pointy hat Black Mage can be seen playing a card game. So, Triple Triad, go play it.
I guess that's true that they're not in 7 because there are no
there is no mages or jobs. All people can use magic.
Yeah, same for Sig. Well, sort
of. And Final Fantasy IX, which, if you listened earlier, we have a famous mage from that one. It's the Black Mage.
Who's also in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, he's also in Kingdom Hearts 2. The Black Mage is not a mere job class, but an entire race. Produced by the mist of Kuja magic, the majority of the Black Mages are soulless dolls who serve Kuja's whim to destroy kingdoms. However, a few have achieved sentience and live peaceful lives in the Black Mage village. Vivi is the prototype Black Mage and has significantly longer lifespan and appears to have always been sentient. There you go. Now we have Final Fantasy X. Lulu is a Black Mage, though due to the sphere grid system, all characters are capable of learning Black Magic. Despite being a Black Mage, Lulu's physical defense can grow quite strong as she traverses through her section of the sphere grid, which is quite atypical for the job class.
But she is slow. God, she's slow. Her turns take forever to get to.
Yeah.
Haste is a gift.
That's true.
That is true. Now we have Final Fantasy XI. The Black Mage, or BLM, is one of the 6 basic job classes available. They can cast strong spells and are the only job to access higher level spells, including Ancient Magic. Taru make natural Black Mages because of their high MP and intelligence. And Taru is a race in the game. Essentially, they're now what we call Lalaflaus in 14. So, which I think there is a Lalaflau in 14 called Taru, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be mistaken.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Final Fantasy XII. In the Zodiac versions, the Black Mage class is associated with the Capricorn sign. It can cast black magic and few green magics and uses staves and hand bombs as weapons. And then Lightning returns, Final Fantasy XIII. Lightning can attain a garb modeled after the Black Mage job and has abilities Rapid Fire level 2 and Quick Freeze level 2. Merchants interested in purchasing Soul Seeds also wear Black Mage hats. Lightning can attain the Black Mage hood as an ornament. And then we now have Final Fantasy XIV. The Black Mage, or BLM, is a advanced job of the Thunder Mage class. As a Black Mage, one has access to potent spells like Freeze and Flare. A Minotaur Black Mage is the style of original Final Fantasy is one of the 3 possible outcomes of summoning the Minion of Light, the others being the Warrior and White Mage, which we have gone over during our Paladin / and White Mage episodes of this season. So now you won't get any more Minion of Light references because there are none.
That's it. I'm sure they'll find a way to sneak some in though.
Oh yeah, it's 14. There's things all over the place in 14.
That's true.
But at this point, we are going to take a quick mid break and be right back. All right, welcome to the middle of the show where we're talking about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. And at this point of the show, I want to thank all of our patrons supporting us. They are amazing supporting this show, and because of their support, we are ranked in the top 200 podcasts and video games in the United States currently.
Yes.
And we're climbing. Last time I checked, we were ranked 143 in the United States for video games. That is amazing, and especially since this podcast started back in end of July into August. That's incredible achievement.
Yes.
And
yeah, very very grateful, very grateful.
Yeah. And if you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes, or even join us once a month at the end of the month on an episode of a topic of your choosing. And trust me, those episodes are a bunch of fun because we go off topic and tangent so much, and it's just a blast. And they typically, we have to limit ourselves, but sometimes they do go all over an hour.
Yes,
there's a lot to talk about.
No, there is a lot to talk about.
Goes even more into tangents than we normally do.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And if you also, there's other ways to support us as well. You can support us on Spotify and Apple. If you leave a 5-star review with some words on Apple, we'll read it out loud next time on the show, as well as a nice Spotify comment, which we don't have any this week, which is all good. It's all good. But you can also find us on a few different Discord servers. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord and the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, which are links in the episode description. And you can also find us on live on Twitch, on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Ben of at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, where you can catch us live and chat us up in the live chat where we can answer questions and comments why the show is going. And if you go follow and get notified when we go live, it would definitely help when I can get affiliated, because I am very, very close on getting an affiliate. I'm trying to hit that goal. That is my goal within the next 6 months, is to get affiliate status. So go help me out. It'd be great.
Yeah, where's Sharp at?
I know, this is the first live show we haven't had Sharp in for a good while. He was on yesterday's for Holocron.
Sure he was, yeah.
But not for Final Fantasy today. But it's all good. He might be busy working and all. So, but yeah, lots of fun. Do you guys have anything to add for the mid-break?
No.
Nope.
No? All right. Well, let's get right back into it. All right, we're back from the mid-break, and now we have some allusions to the job in some of the games that don't have jobs. So, kick this off. We have Final Fantasy VII, as always. The Centra manifestation in the Temple of Ancients resembles a typical Black Mage, though with a long white beard. So, it's a statue with a long white beard that kind of looks like a Black Mage.
Is it the floating? No, that's something.
No,
else.
that's different.
So when you're in the when you first get to the temple and you see the guy that you have to chase around, he's like walking around, you have to chase him. And then you get to one where there's like 3 or 4 levels and there's different doors on each level, and you got to figure out which one to walk into him at.
Yes.
Yep.
That's where he's at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's the one that's doing the walking. I think that's who they're talking. The Cetra manifestation is the thing. The person walking.
Yeah,
around.
the Centra manifestation. Yeah.
That's the purple thing walking around. I think it's
purple.
Maybe not.
Maybe. Anyway, we have Final Fantasy 13-2. Noelle, Cress, and Mog were given Black Mage outfits as a DLC. So, because 13 had a lot of DLC love for some reason. Because Xbox and PS3.
Yeah, I forget that's they had DLC even.
Yep.
Back then.
13-2, and Lightning Returns, I believe, all had DLC. They were the few games that actually had DLC. The next one was essentially, 14, like, technically is DLC, but it's a live service game, so it's really not. And then
you were right about it being purple, by the way.
Boom! Yeah, I just found it.
And then 15.
So yeah, we were both right. I think 13 though. I feel like that was the first game that had DLC, like around the time frame that DLC started coming out for like other games. It's not like
correct.
I don't think 12 came out and there were other games with DLC, and that's why you saw a lot of things like, oh well, here's these cool outfits, here's these little all these little cosmetic.
13 came out during the era of the Xbox 360 and PS3. DLC was a huge thing for games during that era. I mean, DLC is still huge to this day.
So that's where it started.
But that's what I mean. Those the systems where DLC started. But going forward, we do actually have some guest appearances of the Black Mage. So the Black Mage has appeared in some fashion outside of the Final Fantasy series with several Square Enix games. The Black Mage, also known as Magicians, makes several appearances in the Mana series. First appearing in the Adventures of Mana, previously released as Final Fantasy Adventure and Sword of Mana. The Trials of Mana, which are their wizard-like enemies that attack the player character with elemental magic attacks. Their design in Final Fantasy Adventure, along with a future remake of Adventures of Mana, resemble the Black Mage of the Famicom Final Fantasy titles. The appearance in Trials of Mana is instead based on the recurring Magus job, and Legend of Mana also features 2 Black Mage statues, one of the entrance of Geo's Academy of Magics, while the second is found within Menafiance's office. That's a Greek word. I'm pretty sure Greek. I don't know. The job has also made appearances in Kingdom Hearts series. Vivi from the Final Fantasy IX appears as a member of the Selphers Twilight Town Disciplinary Committee in Kingdom Hearts 2. When Sora goes into the Wisdom or Master Drive forms of Halloween Town in Kingdom Hearts 2, his mask changes to an image of a Black Mage, half the Black Mage for Master. In Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, which is the mobile game, players can have their female avatar dressed like the Black Mage from Final Fantasy Record Keeper, provided it was attained during the collaboration event during the defunct free-to-play release. The Black Mage is also a recurrent job in the Bravely series. Like Final Fantasy predecessor, the Black Mage is one of the first jobs attained in the titles, using elemental and status debuffing spells. In titles associated with the first Bravely default, the Black Mage is the heuristic used the ominous crow being obtained in the most titles of defeating him, and Bravely Default 2, Black Mage is the default asterisk of Elvis Leslie being inherited from his master, Lady Emma. And then Elvis the Black... Leslie. Say what?
I said Elvis Leslie.
Right, I know. And the Black Mage has appeared in some other in defunct social game titles by Square Enix. The job has appeared in the user unit in Heaven Strike Rivals and Samurai Rising mobile games, serving as a traditional role for the damage dealer. For players to recruit, it also appeared in Knights of the Crystal and Square Enix Legend World browser titles as a job card.
I've literally never heard of any of these games.
You've never heard of Bravely Default? Or Kingdom Hearts? You haven't heard of Kingdom Hearts before?
Oh, what's Kingdom Hearts? Is he in
it? What's Kingdom Hearts? You never.
Bravely Default makes me want to get a Switch.
Bravely Default's a lot of fun. It's old school Final Fantasy. That and Octopath is also old school Final Fantasy.
Huh.
Another Square Enix game. If you like Final Fantasy, go play Octopath Traveler. Is literally a not Final Fantasy game. But set like between 1 through 6, that style. It's really cool. Style. The art's phenomenal. But anyway, last but not least, before we get into our discussion topic, behind the scenes, in the first Final Fantasy, the Black Mage is a different job in the terms of naming the original, Japanese being known as Black Magician. Its upgraded form, known as the Black Wizard in English, is known as the Black Sorcerer. In Japanese, starting from Final Fantasy III, the Black Wizard / Black Sorcerer will become a recurring job known as the Black Mage in all later series entries, often sharing the appearance of the default Black Mage job from the first Final Fantasy. Due to the difference in naming, this has led the Black Mage Black Wizard being used as some English localizations, a notable example being the earlier localization of Final Fantasy IV, using its name as Palom's Job. And then to further emphasize this status as a series Gaiden title, the Japanese release of Final Fantasy The Four Heroes of Light does not use the traditional names of the job, instead being Black Magician. The term can be used to refer any type of the magic user, magician, wizard, sorcerer. This change is not acknowledged in the English localization, simply using the reoccurring Black Mage name from previous titles. So yeah. So yeah, Black Magician. Isn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
It's a Dark Magician.
Oh, that's right. It's Dark Magician. I knew that.
How dare you?
How dare I? I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I have like well over 20,000 cards.
Yes, you should know the card.
I know. Like he was my first deck.
First one.
And I actually have a Magician deck. Thank you very much. But anyway, going to our lore topic discussion. What was your question, Trey? What name we could use?
So we're replacing Flare.
Flare.
I mean, it's Meteor.
Yeah, that's what I came up with too.
It's Meteor.
It's Meteor.
If we're using
or
a pre-existing one,
Implosion.
Yeah.
Implosion would be good.
Or Explosion.
Explosion.
I don't know what Implosion. I don't know how they would animate a implosion attack. That'd be pretty interesting.
No, it'd be an explosion. Yeah, implosion's going in. Explosion's going out. Yeah.
Right.
Don't mind me. I don't know science.
I don't know it either. I just know enough.
I know.
What? Go on. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna move off. So what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say something stupid like solar flare.
I mean, the word flare implies fire.
Right. Heat of some
sort. But
it's
heat.
Right.
Not necessarily fire.
I also don't care for the term burst for thunder. I don't understand how that lines up. They just need to go back to the old Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3.
I mean, yeah, or Fire Aga.
Yeah, well, they can even
or just fire and then number them.
What's the fourth one? Isn't there a fourth?
There's Fire.
Fireruja.
With like a AJA, isn't it?
Fireruja. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe that's.
I believe.
I don't remember if that's 2 or 4. They get squirrely with some of them.
Yeah, they do.
You're right, though.
But
So do you notice that like all of the Black Mages they're just like sad and they have bad stories? So you got Palom, who, he's a little kid and he turns himself to stone for us. And then you got Lulu, who her dude goes off and dies in war. And then you've got Vivi, who he has a shorter lifespan and of course, he just rips on your heartstrings. Can we get a happy Black Mage story?
There's got to be at least one. There's
more than one Black Mage in 4.
I don't know about you. My Black Mage in 14 had a great story.
Things work out well for Lulu eventually. I mean, by the end of the game, and then when you get to 10-2, she's got a baby.
True, that's true.
With her dead fiance's brother.
Well, yeah, and her new fiance. So, it's all coming up Lulu. And
I mean, to be fair, there's not as many people, to go around.
Pretty small island,
right? Small island, only so many people in your age range. You only got limited options.
True.
This got weird super quick.
I held my tongue about Lulu earlier when we were talking about her. I could have said much worse things.
That's understandable. That's fair.
I was a young man when I first got that game. It was.
I'm sure you enjoyed Lulu quite a bit when you were younger.
Sure did.
Yeah. I was more of a Riku fan myself, but
absolutely.
I was always annoyed because she had the little dolls and you had to watch them like walk over and attack. And so I never used Lulu personally. As much as I like Black Mages, I would get annoyed at her attack animation. I just didn't do it. Other than that, though, Black Mage is a staple for me. I love magic.
My least favorite. I'm pretty stoked to get away from Magic next week. Whatever it is, I pray it's not Magic again.
Somebody who hits things with a
job-wise.
sword.
Job
I need
wise, yeah.
sword
Swords.
What about a bow and arrow?
or
Let's
daggers.
do summoners. I'm kidding.
Right, there, summoners. They're included in. Are we separating that, or is that a whole nother episode?
What?
Summoners, or are they included in White Magic?
Oh, they're their own job.
Oh,
Summoners have their own job, sir.
I mean, at first.
Yeah.
So Steve, is the Black Mage storyline in 9, is that the best like storyline in Final Fantasy?
It's pretty good. It's definitely up there.
It is
I think
phenomenal.
Red 13's got a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
Oren's got a great one. In 10.
I would say 14, but I still need to go through that one.
I like
Bosch and 12.
Bart's I don't even remember what number that one is, but his story is fantastic when you look into it.
Cecil. I mean, yeah,
but
all of them have at least.
I mean, really, I guess in my head, it's more like I think that's the best B storyline. Like you've got the main overarching storyline, but in terms of like the secondary character or secondary story that just catches your heart, I think it's either Vivi or Red. Like you said, those are the first two that really come to mind.
Although Barrett has a good one too. Man, they do a really good job with a lot of the side stories. Side stories are usually better than the main, because the main story just gets off the rails. You haven't watched the new trailer for the new Final Fantasy VII, have you? Yeah, I did.
Oh, so like we're getting to see Dean. Is his name Dean? Is it D-Y-N-E, Dean?
Oh, Dine, yeah. Oh, I always call him
Dine. I'm so excited for Dine in this one and to get all that scene. It's going to be so like emotional and powerful, and I'm going to cry probably. And I'm just I'm so excited because, like you said, they did such a good job fleshing the guys out before, the characters out before, and they're doing an even better job with the remake. So
they used to anyway. Now they don't have separate characters; they just have the one character.
Oh no, I'm in on Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think like how they fleshed out Jesse and Wedge and Biggs.
Jesse was the best part for me.
Yeah, well, even Wedge, like they fleshed him out some more. Biggs is what fleshed out a little bit, and it looks like he's going to be the big survivor. So I think he's going to be, we're going to get even more for him. But even like Tifa and Aerith, I thought they fleshed out more. Go ahead, sorry.
To end our episode, I have one final question. Who is everyone's favorite Black Mage in the series?
I mean,
and we all know Stevens. That's without a doubt. We already know Stevens.
Well, no, there is no doubt. If you've played 9, it's if you've played 9, it's Vivi. If you haven't played 9, then I don't know. But like if you've played 9, that is the answer.
That's it.
I mean, Vivi's great, but I'm still working through 9 whenever I will get a chance. I mean, my favorite.
I don't like Tom Brady. I hate Tom Brady, but I have to acknowledge he's the best football player ever.
I'm sorry,
it's just a fact.
Technically, she's a sorceress, but it's with the Black Mage Black Magic, and that's just Yostolda from Final Fantasy 14.
I had a feeling.
She's great and awesome.
Does she count though?
She does. She uses black magic.
Well, some summoners use
magic.
Class wise and ability wise, game mechanics, she's a black mage.
Even if not, Ben, we are going to count it because we are a positive group full of positive people, and we just want people to be happy and to enjoy Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
so it has to be Vivi.
Then you have Steven.
It has to be unanimous across the board. It's Vivi.
See, really, Steven, what it is me and you are just over here like looking at each other going, we know what the answer is. So you go ahead and answer, Ben. You go ahead.
Yeah, Yustola for me. Sorry. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's great.
And you know what, man? I hope that you love Vivi, but
Oh,
you're
I
gonna
do.
love her forever because she's your first like Black Mage love. You say you love Vivi, but you don't.
Well, she's a
You
great
don't
character
understand yet,
in
man.
all of 14. She goes blind and still kicks ass.
Whole Book of Eli style. You know, technically, Red 13 was my first Black Mage because he's the one I just threw all my magic on whenever I would play 7 as a kid. Even though he's probably...
So if we had to
that-
assign someone to the Black Mage job, who is it? Aerith is
7.
clearly the White Mage,
Oh, absolutely.
but in seven, who is the Black Mage?
It's either Vincent or Red 13.
And he's optional. Vincent's optional, so I think it's Red
Okay.
13.
That's who I always use because can't use Barrett, obviously. Tifa, you don't want to because she's got such good physical.
No, she's a monk. You know, she does the hand-to-hand combat. Barrett's range. He's not a bow and arrow, but he's the range guy.
Range, yeah.
Cloud's
you
your
could throw
warrior.
some on. Yeah, you could throw some magic on him too, though. And
Right. I don't
Gotta
want to
be-
call him a paladin, but I mean, you could kind of call Cloud a paladin, I guess. But
How I always use it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he's
I would say Paladin more for the fact that you can equip him with magic.
Gotta be.
But I think it's red. All right, let's wrap this up so
Yeah.
Ben can at least have a few minute break before his next one.
Right, exactly. I know. So, yeah, everyone. So, if you have a favorite Black Mage, tell us in our Discords, or even go on Spotify and add that to a comment on the episode. It'd be awesome to hear from everyone. And thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. And may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the. Find us on. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast. And you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.